Dear brothers and sisters, dear all, it is a special honor for us to remember our beloved General Soleimani on Qudstag. We organize the annual Qudstag demonstration with Shia communities and have been one of the German-speaking voices of the Islamic resistance since 2006. Berlin, along with Tel Aviv and New York, is a Zionist stronghold. Every party in Germany, whether left or right, is dominated by the Zionist lobby. The balance of power in Germany is therefore clear. This makes any political work difficult. But it is precisely under these circumstances that resistance makes sense and is necessary. Until a few years ago, General Soleimani was still an unknown face in the West. The security forces knew little about him. The commander of the Quds Brigade was something like a phantom to them. Nobody had seen a picture of him. The constant reports of the American Army and Secret Services about a special unit of the Pasdaran under the command of General Soleimani, which showed its presence everywhere very effectively, led to the first reports in the American media about the Soldiers Without Frontiers. General Soleimani was first known as an adversary to the United States in the Middle East. Over time, however, he became the face of the resistance of the people against the occupiers and warmongers. From India and Pakistan to Africa, Haj Qasim became a leading figure for disenfranchised and justice-loving people everywhere. Everyone tried to learn more about him and get to know his character. The more recordings and reports were published about him, the more the masses loved him and respected him, whether Christians, Yazidis, Alawis, Sunnis or Shia, whether young or old. Everyone talked about General Soleimani and followed every little piece of news about him. Qasim Soleimani thus also became a conqueror of hearts. He is the world's most popular international general of all times. There are generals who may be popular with their own people, but which general, like Haj Qasim, is a leading figure for all people of the world, a bearer of hope with real charisma, and a personality with infinitely human traits? What personality had such a funeral with millions of participations all over the world ever? His funeral event went down in world history. Qasim Soleimani was a bright star of humanity and an illumination role model for the revolutionary youth in today's world. The youth of today leads a very different life than my generation. They are connected to the whole world via their mobile phone, They feel more at home in this virtual world than in the real world. An apparently virtual world that, unfortunately, like the rest of the media, is dominated by the imperialists. But it was precisely in such a situation that the world was filled with various articles about the soldiers of Without Borders, about the liberation forces who have built an incredible resistance and the front against the oppressors in Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Palestine and Yemen. Haj Qasim was a focus of the posts on social media and was a focus of interest, especially that of the revolutionary youth. It was only with the Islamic resistance under the command of Haj Qasim that these young people were able to parole the imperialists in the virtual world. Now they identify with Haj Qasim and his soldiers. They would like to support the resistance, and some even wish to be a part of it and belong to it. Today there are no idols and inspiring figures for the youth. But Haj Qasim and his soldiers without borders are worthy role models and fill this vacuum. Accordingly, his martyrdom was a defining event for the course of world history. We are sure that the martyrdom of Haj Qasim is even more effective than his life. The world will no longer be the same as it was before he was martyred. The balance of power in the Middle East will, so God will, change considerably in favor of the people, and the American army will leave the Islamic country, all Islamic countries. This is a result of the heroic efforts of Haj Qasim and his Iraqi partner Abu Mahdi. Long live the international Islamic resistance. Thank you very much.